Final soccer Saturday night in June here in downtown St. Pete. Al Lang Stadium, the site home of the Tampa Bay Rowdies, as tonight a key match in USL Championship play. They host Ottawa Fury FC. Hello, everybody. Thrilled to have you with us. Drew Felios, usually alongside Ryan Davis, but with Ryan on vacation, we welcome in Oliver 12 Trees. And Oliver, excited to have you here. What are you most looking forward to seeing with the Rowdies this week?
Well, we've got a team that's unbeaten in 10 games. We've got a team that's joint top of the league. What a matchup this is going to be tonight.
Yeah, certainly going to be fun. For Ottawa Fury FC, they have got a player playing about as well as anybody right now in USL Championship. Carl Howarth, just tremendous in the run of play and 2 goals off free kicks over the past few games. So he is playing outstanding. A 6th-year veteran for Ottawa. Huge goal there. He's got 4 goals on the season, 4 assists to go with it. And big-time matches against Nashville and then against Charleston Battery. Here he is finishing one off against the Battery on Wednesday night to give Ottawa the key victory. For the Rowdies, Juan Tejada, player that I know, Oliver, you are very excited to see.
Yeah, just a Cinderella story here for Juan Tejada from Eckerd College here in Tampa. Just what a fox in the box this young man is, with energy and work rate and a positive attitude. It's given him the great opportunity, and he has taken it with 2 hands or 2 feet here for the Rowdies.
Yeah, scored his 5th goal against Bethlehem. Tejada inspiring the Rowdies all season long. So lots at stake tonight. Rowdies at home should be fun. It is going to be awesome. And you've got Neil Collins as well, a coaching mind that I know you can't wait to see how he works out this match.
Yeah, certainly impressed with his defensive solidarity and their ability to score goals as a team.
All right, good stuff. Ottawa Fury FC and the Tampa Bay Rowdies. The kickoff is coming up next from downtown St. Pete.
This is St. Pete Clearwater, home to 35 miles of white sand bliss. But it's more than emerald surf and Gulf breezes. The beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of life, nature, art, music, or whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics right here in St. Pete Clearwater. Love the beach.
At Morgan Auto Group, we have one goal: being the one dealer you turn to for all of your automotive needs. We have over 30 dealerships and more than 20 brands.
And thousands of vehicles to choose from at prices that won't have your budget in the box. With guarantees that give you more than just peace of mind.
Nice hockey reference.
Just putting the biscuit in the basket, Tyler.
Nobody says that right.
Agree to disagree? Because when you make it Morgan,
we make it happen.
This is My Kinda Happy Hour.
My kind of joyride.
My kind of nightlife.
Whether you're just finding your stride or making the golden years look good, Florida Blue goes beyond health insurance, investing in the health and communities of all Floridians, so you can feel good saying, that's my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
Moments away from kickoff, Rowdies and Fury FC from Al Lang Stadium will get you ready with our formations brought to you by Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. For Ottawa Fury FC, keep an eye on the 2 dangerous forwards, More Sam, number 11, and number 17, Cristiano Francois. 4 goals and 4 assists on the season. Callum Irving is your keeper. For the Rowdies, welcome back Leo Fernandez, as he will get the start tonight. So important to the Rowdies' attack. Also, Jan Ekra, number 7, his first start at home since the early part of the season. And before we get you set for kickoff, let's send it down to the 3rd member of our crew. Welcome, Heather Donnelly.
Hey, Drew. It was a big week of change for the Rowdies, with the first set of player transactions of the season happening this week. On Wednesday, forward Brandon Allen was transferred to Memphis 901 FC. And then just yesterday, the Rowdies announced a trade with Louisville City, trading Antoine Hopino for Lucky M. Kosana. Rowdies fans may remember M. Kosana, who played for Tampa Bay in 2013 and 2014. He's not in the starting lineup tonight, but he is available as a sub, so Rowdies fans may get to see him make his re-debut tonight off the bench. Guys.
All right, good stuff, Heather. A busy week it has been. M. Kosana with 5 goals, going to help Neil Collins' side. Coach Collins, 1 away from that 10th win. He hopes to get that tonight. Nikola Popovic on the other side with Ottawa, 10 games unbeaten, coming in here to Tampa Bay. And Oliver, you know as well as everybody, it is not easy to go 10 unbeaten. That is what Ottawa has done as we are just about set for kickoff here at Al Lang Stadium. It is going to be a fun night.
Yeah, two fantastic coaches who know how to put a team together to be successful and not to lose. So expect two teams sure that are really set up to be successful and put in a great performance.
Underway from Al Lang Stadium. Touched by Fernandez, and a throw-in coming up for the visiting side. Our officials, Greg Dapka leads the crew, Nick Balser, Matthew Osterhaus, and Nasib Kordich. Also, as Irving will touch it for the first time. Ottawa also, keep in mind, coming off a midweek 3-2 victory over the Charleston Battery, the team that the Rowdies drawed a couple of weeks ago. So safe to say Rowdies have an edge tonight as far as stamina is concerned as Aduro goes down.
Very tough to play. Just 2 games rest, so it's certainly going to be, as this game goes into the later stages, there's certainly going to be some heavy legs out there for the Ottawa Fury.
Tenari, player that the Rowdies are eager to get back on the pitch. Andrew Tenari likely not going to be involved tonight. And our keys to the match, Oliver, how do you see this one?
Yes, you know, very, very organized teams, both teams. So I don't think there's going to be a huge amount of chances. I think it's going to be the team that's going to be able to put in that complete performance. Are they going to be able to take their chances? And are they going to be able to limit goal-scoring opportunities from their opponents? Especially for the Rowdies who are playing at home, it's going to be important for them to press high and stop Ottawa from playing out the back. And Ottawa are just probably going to have to try and hold firm and try and not concede an early goal and try and keep it tight.
Just to clarify, Andrew Tenari not in the 18 tonight, so we will certainly not see him. And there is our weather, 83 degrees, and actually the sun not completely out. And with the later start, it's not quite as hot and humid as it usually is here at this neck of the woods.
Beautiful evening this evening for the beautiful game.
This ball set in motion and headed up by Fernandez.
Yeah, Fernandez heading isn't the strongest part of the game, but getting into that back post area certainly is.
Well, Select is the official ball supplier of USL Championship in many of the finest leagues in the world. Since 1947, the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. For the latest Select products and special offers, go to SelectSportAmerica.com. SelectSportAmerica.com. Just underway here in the 3rd minute. Callum Irving, 12 goals conceded this season for Ottawa, will put it in motion.
That's going to be a good battle there with Diakite, who's very dominant in the air going against Sam.
And Pape comes down a little bit odd that time. Gets back up. It's really impressive to watch him on film. I know you've watched a lot of the Rowdies and their game tape this week.
Yeah, certainly Diakite in the center of that back 3 will attack everything and really be the focal point of that defense.
Rowdies right now 2nd place in the Eastern Conference is Indy 11 with their 10 victories. Right now has the edge. Here's Francois, who does that so well. McCarthy able to get his hands on it. Francois certainly one the Rowdies have to mark.
Yeah, Francois is going to really look to run into those channels on the outsides of that narrow back 3. So he's going to be a handful. He's always going to make those diagonal runs from out into the corner that's going to stretch that back 3.
Howarth gets his first touch for Ottawa. And now it'll be tracked down by Thomas Mayer-Guiguer. Back to Irving. Impressive for Ottawa, not just that 3 points that they got on Wednesday against Charleston, but the fact that they went to Nashville as well a week ago, came back a couple times. We're down 2-0 in that game. Eventually came out of there with a point.
Yeah, Coach Popovich talks about their will to win and their desire and their determination and never say die attitude, and that's certainly held them in good stead throughout the season so far.
Now it's Francois. Chris Manella also key part, the midfielder. Tejada now roaming back for the Rowdies as Manila, midfielder out of Toronto. Of course, several, in fact, most of the roster for Ottawa Fury FC hailing from Canada. Taken away by Steinberger there. And here's Tejada on the run, just over his head. Irving is on top of it.
Yeah, nice run from Tejada into the space in behind the back four, and Fernandez was almost able to pick him out. So look for that combination on this left flank.
Leo Fernandez. And that hamstring injury looks to be okay at the moment. Steinberger comes away with it, pushes forward now to Juan Tejada. Tejada will now try and work it just outside the box, trying to get it back to Steinberger before it was knocked away there, but the Rowdies will get a corner kick out of it first of the match.
Yeah, good opportunity there. Steinberger breaks up play, slips one through to Tejada, and Tejada maybe could have been a little bit more selfish there, don't you think, Drew? Maybe could have took it on his left foot and had a go on goal.
He's the consummate team player, Juan Tejada. His teammates absolutely love him.
Yeah, and that's certainly one of the reasons he's out there playing right now, is his team-first attitude that's got him on this team, and now got him in the starting lineup, and has got him scoring goals. But I would have liked to see him being a little bit more greedy in the box there.
So good on set pieces as well. Keep an eye on Tejada as Fernandez is the in-swinger. Ball has got some nice curl to it. Goalie comes out, and the Rowdies not able to get a touch, but they will keep possession.
There was a nice ball in the box there from Fernandez, and Irving did well to get his hands on it.
Tarek Morad continues to rack up the minutes for Tampa Bay. Richards, and now Guenzati. Guenzati trying to get it to Tejada. Got in the box momentarily before it's cleared back to Diakite. Rowdies with 33 points. Started the season 13 games unbeaten. It was quite a streak. Before coming to an end against North Carolina FC earlier this month. Oliver, you know, as a coach yourself, you get those unbeaten streaks going, and it sort of kind of gets into the players' minds. Those are tough to maintain, especially when they get into double digits like that.
Yeah, you got to try not to focus too much on the outcome, but it's never easy when you're putting together a great streak. And I think Ottawa's on that same kind of streak, you know, 10 games unbeaten, and they're probably starting to think about this. How long can we stay unbeaten for? And maybe tonight's going to be the end of that run.
So the Rowdies corner kick coming up. There's David Najim getting to it, and Fernandez will head over for Tampa Bay.
Yeah, good work up and down the flank there from Najim. He's got a great engine on him and can provide service, and he's got one goal on the season too, so he's going to be a good outlet for the Rowdies all night long.
What a 2019 it's been for David Najim. Came back from injury and had some international duty with Afghanistan. 9th minute, second quarter for Tampa Bay. And there's Irving rising above once again.
A little bit too much float and air on that one. The earlier corner was whipped in with a lot more pace.
This is Carl Howarth.
Interesting to see the longest serving player from Ottawa playing there as a right back, an attacking player in his younger days, but obviously his ability to attack from that right back position has got him goals, and they're giving him a prominent threat from the right full-back position for Ottawa.
Ottawa trying to build from the back. Francois on the run, trying to chase it down. Able to keep it inbounds as it heads out, and we'll have a moment. Let's check in on the pitch with Heather.
Drew, tonight is Pride Night here at Al Lang Stadium, and the final game of Zach Steinberger's fundraiser for Playing for Pride, which is a campaign created back in 2017 by North Carolina FC midfielder Austin Deleuze. Steinberger joins 115 other players across all the different professional soccer leagues here in the U.S. and a handful of international players as well. Steinberger pledged $10 per game and $20 per goal or assist for the month of June, which will be donated to Athlete Ally, an organization that works towards LGBTQ equality in sports. So far, Steinberger has raised $60, and we'll see how much he adds tonight to his final tally, guys.
Zach Steinberger, great humanitarian. And really getting it done as of late on the pitch for the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Yeah, it certainly looks dangerous to start the game. He's had that one chance he's created early on and looking to be that link between the two strikers and the midfield.
10th minute, scoreless here in Tampa Bay. We were just waiting, bracing for the hard rain to come, and it never did. Hopefully stays that way the rest of the night.
Really going to be a classic matchup tonight with a 3-5-2 of the Rowdies against a more traditional 4-3-3 from Ottawa. So, you know, looking like Ottawa will try and get those 1v1 matchups with the fullbacks.
Najum straight ahead. Fernandez trying to stop it. It'll roll out of bounds though and belong to Ottawa. A little heavy-footed that time on that touch. How about this guy? We watched Carl Howarth before the match, seen the damage that he has inflicted on Nashville and Charleston respectively over the last couple of matches. It has been impressive.
Yeah, you know, I think the Rowdies are going to be very, very careful on not giving away any free kicks anywhere around the box because he has been deadly. He's been Beckham-esque in his delivery from set pieces recently.
Francois, the former Maryland star, gets it over to Gagnon Lapierre. And Ottawa struggling just a bit to possess here early on in this match.
I think the tactics from Ottawa isn't really going to be possessed. I think it's going to really try and counter with speed, and you can see Francois, the Haitian, has got a lot of athleticism and pace already, and he's going to cause problems with those direct balls over the top.
To Irving now. This Ottawa defense has only conceded 16 times this season. Rowdies have conceded a league best 9 times.
A lot of that comes from that work on the training pitch from both coaching staffs, making sure they're solid.
Tejada getting airborne that time, right in that center circle, came down right on his hip, and he is favoring it right now.
You can see the Ottawa have targeted Tejada. They don't want him getting on the ball. They don't want him getting on the half turn. So any ball going into his feet, they're going to be physical with him and throw challenges at him. And to be fair, the centre back did get ball first, but he had to go through Tejada to get it.
Tejada, we've seen him get up from a lot worse than that this season. He has taken some vicious blows, and that is one tough customer right there. Heather stated before this match started, very busy week for the Rowdies in the front office. Brandon Allen gone, Antoine Hoppeneau also playing elsewhere. He takes his game to Louisville. So roster in a little bit of flux. As you see, Caleb Richards, one of the exciting young stars for the Rowdies, feed Fernandez. Fernandez with a bit of trickery there. And gotta love the effort from Fernandez. It'd be a goal kick for Ottawa. But back to the transactions, when you have movement like that within the roster here midway point in the season, how do you think that affects things in the locker room?
It's an interesting one. It's certainly going to be a tough one for Coach Collins to manage. You know, it can bring a lot in terms of personnel and ability to produce on the field, but you've got to integrate that into the squad, and that's why you see Coach Neil Collins hasn't put his new signing right into the lineup right away. He hasn't put Lucky Kosana in the starting lineup because he wants to make sure the chemistry's right. He wants to make sure he's earning the right to play on the training ground before he gets in that starting lineup, and that helps with building chemistry within the group.
Leo Fernandez holds it up for the Rowdies. Aduro with the touch as well. Aduro, remember, suspended for that match last week against Bethlehem for those 5 yellow cards. We're thrilled to have you with us tonight. Drew Felios and Oliver 12 Trees, our guests in the booth. Heather Donnelly, as always, down on the pitch, and our phenomenal television crew bringing you Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer throughout this 2019 USL Championship campaign. McCarthy sends it down the pitch. Fernandez gets up, gets ahead on it, and Now, here's Steinberger. Ekra touches to the right. This ball sent in the box, briefly headed out immediately. You see a battle for the ball as Kevin Oliveira, really got tied up with Morad.
I think that's going to be the pattern of the game. You know, Najam getting down the flank, getting a ball in the box, but then quickly having to defend and looking out for Oliveira's and the other attacking players from Ottawa getting in on the counter.
This is Francois. And the go-ahead goal against Nashville last week. Also a tremendous assist past week as well. The one guy, when you watch their tape, he really just makes you say, wow.
Yeah, he's electric. He certainly gets the pulse racing.
Well, fans, follow the Rowdies and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN+, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join over 2 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN+ and watch the USL Championship live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. What do you make of the helmet for John McCarthy? This is such a staple with the Rowdies keeper.
That's the Peter Cech headgear, isn't it? You know, it does give you that little bit of added protection and maybe a bit of psychological protection there as well, just to give you confidence in coming out and getting the ball, coming out for those 1v1s.
Guenzati goes down hard. Howarth was challenging.
Well, Howard's certainly in the thick of the action to start the game. He's been marauding up and down that line and certainly not scared to put a challenge in.
Howarth got nose to nose with our head official, Greg Dopka.
Got to be careful. Definitely got to be careful. But he is the captain, so he is allowed a little bit more leniency.
Oof.
Full-blooded challenge there. Obviously, it wasn't his fault. There's going to be a good matchup though with him and Fernandez, with Howard and Fernandez on this near side. Is going to be a very, very interesting matchup, and perhaps whoever wins that matchup could be creating or stopping goals there. So interesting one.
Caleb Richards. Nice turn by Steinberger. Fernandez waiting for it, and the Rowdies will throw it in. Fernandez trying to get a service. Just had one player to clear, and it would have really been in a dangerous spot. Diakite send it down for the Rowdies. Guenzati will take a swing. Oh, great save by Callum Irving.
Well, that's what Guenzati's all about, isn't it? On the half term, didn't need it any time whatsoever. Swiveled and smashed that volley down to the near post. Great effort from the Uruguayan.
Irving that time saves the goal. Ottawa not out of the woods just yet. Corner kick.
Yeah, really sharp save as well from Irving. Looking lively.
Oh, looked like handball that time. He's calling for it. No whistle. Richards puts it in the air. Now Guenzati will try and chase it down and can't do it.
You can see the danger. Really doesn't need any time at all. A man just to get his shot off. Really a hallmark of a great striker. Not having to have time to get your shot off and swiveling and hitting that ball. A former teammate of Guenzati likened him to a Luis Suarez, and I'm sure that's a big hero of his, and he certainly plays like him.
Here's the ever-dangerous Cristiano Francois. One-on-one. Now, Richards. Got him on skates there, able to shoot it right past McCarthy.
Exactly like we're talking about there. That's the transition ball. You know, Tampa's had all the possession, all the territorial advantage, but just one ball from Ottawa over the top, and Francois away, and he creates a goal-scoring opportunity for himself.
Derek Morad, USL Cup champion back in 2017. Fourth right now in minutes played for the Rowdies. Really well-played match so far on both sides.
Lots of energy, challenges like we knew, and both teams very, very organized as well as we thought of.
You would think that the home field edge would be really, really in favor of the Tampa Rowdies, but not really the case as of late. Rowdies really want to try and get 3 points tonight. They've left some games really on the table this season that should have been 3 instead of settled for 1.
You know, when you're at the top of the league or near the top of the league, you know, you're no longer a mystery. You know, teams are going to do their homework and they're going to set themselves out not to be beaten, and that sometimes makes it difficult to break down and get the go-ahead goals.
Heather, what do you make of this?
Well, Drew, yeah, you mentioned that the home field advantage isn't quite as strong this year as it usually is for the Rowdies. If you followed this team for any period of time, you know that in years past, Al Lang has really been a fortress, and then they've struggled on the road. This year, it's kind of the opposite. The Rowdies are doing pretty good here on the road, but they have dropped, pretty good here at home, but they have dropped some points. But on the road, they've been fantastic, and I asked head coach Neil Collins about that this week, just asking him, why does he think that is? Why does he think this team is so much better on the road? And he said, it's really because on the road, those home teams really are playing to their home crowd. They're playing a little bit more of an aggressive style, and the Rowdies playing against that. It seems to suit them more than teams coming in here to Al Lang and kind of just trying to squeak out a draw occasionally, sitting back, playing a lot more.
Francois scores, comes away with it for Ottawa, and hits it far post on the ground. 1-0, the visitors.
Yeah, we've talked about Francois to start off in the early 20 minutes of this game. He's been the live wire, and he just needed that one chance, that one sight of goal, and he's picked his spot with his left foot. A little bit lazy defending here from Diakite. Picks his pocket, and Francois, left-footed, just guides that ball into the bottom corner. What a great finish.
Just inside that far post. He is certainly a playmaker. 5th goal of the season.
And he's threatened a few times. He's had a couple of half chances, but his constant, persistent running and pressing has paid off as he's managed to pinch that ball off Diakite. A little bit lazy for defending from Diakite, and it's cost his team.
So Rowdies concede first here tonight. Coach Popovich, gotta love that. Former Swope Park head coach. And this Ottawa side, they've dealt with a lot over the last few seasons. Had to wait for their new stadium a year ago. It finally came. They struggled though in the process. And right now, just playing at the top of their games, looking to make it 11 straight games unbeaten.
Coach Popovich has been around the league. He understands, he knows what it takes to win at this level, and it's going to be a fantastic game tonight. Now, almost the better thing you could think for this game as a neutral was for Ottawa to score first, and now Tampa are really going to have to throw the kitchen sink at Ottawa.
Fury working once more. Here's Manella. Francois. Connolly sends it back to Howarth. Crowd a little quiet.
Yeah, a lovely bit of football there. You know, that's how you shut the crowd up, is by playing fantastic football and great build-up play. Got the ball out wide here to Francois. Some very good interplay from Ilaveres and Lamb.
This one in the box quickly. Now Francois marked tightly by Adura. Charlie Ward, number 14. Fernandez airborne. And here's Howarth once more. Howard sees a little daylight, runs right in to Adura. We're going to get a fortunate call here. I'm not so sure. He just ran straight into his grill that time.
Yeah, you know, you probably don't want to run straight into Dominic Adura. It's probably like running into a brick wall.
But this is where Howarth is so dangerous for Ottawa. On these free kicks, he has been absolutely devastating as of late.
Yeah, he does have pinpoint accuracy, and it's a little bit far out for a shot, but he's going to be able to deliver a great ball into the box for Francois, Sam, and company.
Howarth curls this one as it goes out of bounds. Who did that the best? You mentioned David Beckham. Also, Didier Drogba, I know, was just phenomenal for Phoenix over the last few years on those free kicks.
Certainly, Drogba's got a different technique as well, and Ronaldo kind of copied Drogba's technique as well. He's taken it to another level, hitting that ball with his toe almost, and getting that big dip that Drogba was able to do.
Around muscling inside the box, try for the header. Tejada clears it temporarily for Tampa Bay.
Bit of a swing and a miss there from Sam. But, you know, an interesting matchup there with Sam and Diakite, both originally Senegalese players. And so I'm sure they'll have a good chat after the game, but there'll be no love lost during the game.
Check in on some scores. If you're a Rowdies fan, you're watching Indy 11. Right now, they're in a battle with Louisville City. FC tied at 1 in the second half. Rowdies second place just behind Indy. Charlotte and Memphis still looking for their first goal in half number 2. With Pittsburgh 3-0 edge on Birmingham. Charleston, New York also battling. Battery at the half. Looking for their first goal, North Carolina. And Nashville. Tejada gets ahead. Tejada surrounded by white uniforms that time. Unable to really finish, but look out. Here comes Francois on the other side. McCarthy takes a gamble. Oh, no. Diakite, the last line of defense, can just head it out, and Rowdy's lucky that time.
Yeah, fantastic defensive effort from Diakite, you know, really making up for that earlier mistake. Saved a certain goal by getting back and covering his keeper, who had made a slightly rash decision to come off his line. But look at that covering from Diakite. Earned his paycheck right there.
Ooh.
But again, the pace from Francois is really causing this back line of the Rowdies all sorts of problems.
Diakite gets set. McCarthy as well. Ball sent in. Guenzati the first touch. And the whistle blows. It'll belong to the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Well, tune into ESPN3 on July 3rd, 11 p.m. the time for Wednesday night soccer. Two of the premier clubs out west duel for playoff positioning when Sacramento Republic welcomes Fresno in the Highway 99 Derby. It's Sacramento and Fresno. All the action July 3rd, 11 p.m. on ESPN3. First goal in favor of Ottawa. Cristiano Francois does the honors. Rowdy's trying to play catch up here. A little past midway through the first half.
It looks like Oduro could be going in the book here. Got away with the first one.
And that is a Ford's Garage yellow card issued to Dominic Oduro in the 28th minute.
A big part of this game is the physical presence in the center of the park, trying to dominate the midfield. But obviously the ref's seen something there. We'll have to go back and see what that was. Maybe a flailing elbow, it looks like. Yeah, you know, Oduro's trying to protect the ball. You know, you're taught that as a young player to get those arms up when you're in possession and protect the ball, but the referee's seen that a little bit differently and seen a flailing elbow.
6th yellow card for Oduro, and he was a guy who was not penalized often last season, Oliver. When you start to rack them up, do they kind of become contagious a little bit, and the officials maybe call little things that they wouldn't usually call?
There's no doubt the referees do their homework like everybody else. So, you know, if there's a player that's been highly penalized and that they've got to keep control of, that they're going to be aware of that. So maybe subconsciously, obviously they can't go into a game thinking they're going to throw yellows at a certain player, but perhaps subconsciously.
Guenzati trying to post up, couldn't collect it that time. Howarth for Ottawa, playing it forward.
It's good press in there from Tejada.
You're right, the pace right now of Francois just seems to be at a different level right now than anybody else on the pitch.
Yes, and really the Rowdies have to decide what they're going to do. There's a lot of space for him to run into now in behind that back three. I think they need to decide, all right, if they don't have possession of the football, do they need to drop a little bit sooner so there's not space for the Haitian to run into to cause the problems? Keep him in front.
Oliveira held that time by Ekra. Official right there. It's hard to believe when you look at the slate for the Ottawa Fury. They've not lost a match since April 20th. The Rowdies trying to get their first goal, change that here tonight.
Good opening there. Good drive forward through the middle, and Rinzati couldn't quite get that final connection in the pass.
Ralph's mob trying to get into it for the Rowdies. Far side now. Ekra circling back. Aduro. Ottawa trying to counter the other way. Rowdies will douse that flame and now build from the back. So good to see Jan Ekra, number 7. And the starting lineup today for the Rowdies. He was so instrumental early in the season, really can just slice a defense apart. And not really been able to get too involved thus far. As this match goes on, I guarantee you he'll be a factor.
Yeah, the Fury are sitting deep, and so there's not a lot of space to be able to get on the ball and find the pockets to play in the midfield. But as the game stretches, I'm sure Ekra will be able to get on the ball and dictate the game a little bit more.
I know you love watching Caleb Richards play, the youngster from Norwich City.
Yeah, certainly made a big impact, hasn't he, since coming over across the pond.
So steady. Najum tries the cross. Fernandez in the neighborhood for the Rowdies. Wanted a handball, and that is an extremely late whistle that time.
Sounds like that call might have been just from the sideline official, the assistant referee, because it certainly took a long time coming, didn't it?
It's probably the latest whistle I've ever seen.
Fernandez not too happy about it.
Leo with 2 goals, 4 assists this season.
And after a good opening, 15-20 minutes from Fernandez, hasn't been too active the last few minutes. It's important for this Rowdies team for him to get on the ball, try and create chances down this left-hand side.
Illegal touch that time, so Ottawa will once again have it in a pretty good spot with the most dangerous guy on top of it.
Yeah, you know who's going to be coming up and taking this one.
Fernandez from Sao Paulo, Brazil. And to spend most of the month on the injured list. Ball put in motion this time. McCarthy punches it out.
A good goalkeeper in there from McCarthy. 2 hands on the ball. Gets a good punch out of danger.
Sam have not called his name a lot for Ottawa. He is the top scoring threat, number 11. 7 goals, 4 assists. And had the game winner last week off a corner kick.
Yeah, you know, that whole front line from the Fury is very interchangeable. You can see that Sam is able to come out onto this right-hand side, and Oliveras can stay left. And of course, Francois can play as an orthodox striker as well. So there's a lot of fluidity and movement in this front line for the Fury that's causing the Rowdies problems.
Howarth trying to go backdoor that time. Rowdies able to stay with him with Fernandez. Ekra going down. And this certainly a late challenge. Wall Fall pleading his case. And I think rightfully so there.
Yeah, he had a fantastic goal in midweek, didn't he? Just chopped the ball back, and he's going to be a danger, the German, from midfield tonight.
Wallfall, 5 goals on the season, had the equalizer against Nashville. So Ottawa would get out of there with a point. Little 1-2 time now with Guenzati. Guenzati crosses it across the box. Fernandez collecting for Tampa Bay. This one low, Tejada getting up, Najum with the hit, scored! Tejada!
And that's what he does. He's in the right place at the right time, just lurking on that back post there. The ball comes over, great ball delivery in the box to start with from Fernandez. The shot comes in from Guenzati, and who do you think's there at the back post? Of course, it's the Fox in the box. There he is, Tejada, to tap in from inside the 6-yard box. The young man from Panama. Might be the easiest finish he's had all year.
Ralph's mob erupting. And credit to our own Ryan Davis, who's on vacation this week. The Fox in the box strikes again for Tampa Bay.
He's had a difficult start to the game too. He's been bullied a little bit by the centre halves from the Fury, but what a great goal that was, and his hard work paid off. Keep making those runs in the box, you're going to get the opportunity, and he got it, and he buried it.
Level at 1. Rowdies and Ottawa Fury FC. We've got a game, folks. Howarth able to keep this one alive. Richards on top of it, and that whistle is going to be on Francois. You know, when you watch Tejada play, it's almost like he'll do something and you think, okay, he can't do that again, can he? And he just continues to do it, Oliver. It is incredible.
Yeah, it's the ugly parts of the game. You know, a lot of young players, they don't want to do those ugly parts of the game. They don't want to make those hard runs. You know, they want to get the ball feet and they want to play nice and pretty, but this young man's different. He wants to make those hard runs into the box. He wants to challenge the centre-backs for the ball, and he wants to continue to get into dangerous areas to get on the end of things, and that's exactly what he did. You know, it was a misdirected shot, really, the initial shot, and he was there inside the 6 to finish it.
Third free kick for Carl Howarth. 38th minute. Alignment, of course, so important, Oliver, in defending these free kicks, especially when this guy is striking.
Again, I think it's a little bit outside of his range for a shot. He'll look to put this over the top for the big boys.
McCarthy on his toes. This ball's going to carry over, and McCarthy there, and you saw a very good idea as more Sam was in the vicinity.
Yeah, just a little bit overhit there from Howard. You know, this is an area of Tejada's game, you know, which I've noticed to start this game, which I'm sure Coach Cotton wants an improvement in his hold-up play, his ability to be a target and hold the ball up. He hasn't been able to do that tonight. And I'm sure as he progresses in his career, that's something he will continue to work on and develop.
Coach Collins lolling, really praising the play of Juan Tejada. Of course, Tejada honored by his home country, Panama. He will represent them at the international level in Olympic qualifying. It's coming up in just a few weeks, so he'll spend a lot of his July playing for his country.
Yeah, look, every coach wants a goal scorer. That's bottom line. You know, some players are faster and stronger than others, but everybody wants someone that can put the ball in the back of the net, and it looks like the Rowdies have found one right there in Juan Tejada.
Richards, his pass cut off, but there's a good job by Guenzati. Oh, he's going to get whistled. I think that was clean. Francois going down.
A bit of a soft call there from the man in the middle. Looked like it was shoulder to shoulder, and Guenzati was just a little bit stronger than Francois.
Very high quality soccer we've seen in this first half from downtown St. Petersburg. John McCarthy handling once more for the Rowdies. Got a very busy halftime coming up with Heather Donnelly. You certainly do not want to miss that. Steinberger comes over. See a lot of aerial challenges we're seeing too in this first half. Heather, it is going to be a very busy halftime. You got lots of goodies, don't you?
Yeah, as always, lots of stuff coming up here at the half. I'll catch up with head coach Neil Collins right after the whistle here at the end of the first half, get his thoughts on the first 45 minutes. We'll preview a behind-the-scenes look at the U.S. Open Cup match between Louisville City and FC Cincinnati. We'll have highlights and stats from the first half, and then the Rowdies will tell us about their perfect pizza. That's going to be a good one, guys. What's your perfect pizza? What would you order?
Okay, I've got to chime in here, because I figured out, love tomatoes and I love spinach, is Ekra, and the Rowdies attack, this time from the right, pushing one in. Guenzati keeps it alive. Fernandez comes up, contact made, no whistle. We play on. Aduro will come up. Top of the box now for the Rowdies. Couple solid chances that time for the home side.
Yeah, definitely some half chances there, but I think we're all just thinking about pizza right there in the booth, weren't we? I was just thinking about that lovely Hawaiian pizza that I'm looking forward to after the game.
Steinberger trying to weave his way in. Here's Guenzati. Guenzati takes a shot. This one sails high, and it will go over. Okay, back to my point. Spinach, tomatoes, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of onion. Magical. Let's hear yours.
I'm not sure the missus is going to be too happy with you after that, though, is she, mate?
A little bit of sausage, too.
I'm going with a simple Hawaiian, please.
And that entails what?
You don't know what a Hawaiian pizza
Pineapple?
is? Just a pineapple and either ham or pepperoni.
Pineapple has no business on a pizza.
Classical, Drew.
Oh, wow. All tied at 1. Rowdies go by Juan Tejada. Here's Fernandez now. Battle in the box. Diakite gets up. Aduro. Diakite tried to another head on it. This one will sail out of bounds.
A really nice passage of play there with Guenzati almost getting a deflected shot that looked like he'd opened his body up and was going to bend that ball in the top corner, but the defense just got a block on it and it went out for a corner. But a very good passage of play there from the Rowdies with a higher tempo.
Now, we're just talking about pizza too. The great thing about pizza is, even though of course it's of Italian descent, so many different ways to prepare it. No matter what country you're from, pizza is on the menu. Mediterranean pizza. And this one was touched. Let's see what Guenzati is going to get a little talking to, and he'll get a yellow. First of the match for Sebastian, and that's the second card handed out to the Rowdies.
Interesting, didn't see a lot in it. Guenzati, perhaps it was a bit of a foul accumulations. He was just being called a few minutes ago on a foul. Looks like he's been called for handball there, so, oh no, he's kicked the ball away. Just at the end of the clip there, you could see he kicked the ball away in frustration, so that's what the yellow card was for, unsportsmanlike conduct.
So that's a Ford's Garage yellow card to Sebastian Guenzati in the 43rd minute, as Francois continues to give the Rowdies some issues. Cristiano scored the first goal of the match, his 5th of the season. Juan Tejada connected for the 6th time this year. Actually turned out to be a pretty beautiful night here at Al Lang. Crowd settling in after taking in the Tampa Bay Rays game, and a big win for the Rays today. Sent forward by Manila, and now this is Sam. More Sam. He is tough to mark. Now it's Hayworth. Haworth will send it back. Francois trying to create space. Francois trying to squeeze the pass in, and it'll be a goal kick for McCarthy.
Yeah, you can see Sam there is a very silky player. Use of his left foot, wants to weasel his way into goal scoring and chance creating opportunities, and he's going to be a handful all night. Got to keep him away from his left foot.
Nine clean sheets this season for John McCarthy. Not quite as dominant in the month of June as he was in the month of May. The Rowdies did not concede one goal in the month of May. Definitely not the case this month, but still some pretty solid play defensively across the board. And just got word we're going to have no stoppage time. We are playing it through here in the first half.
Interesting. There has been 2 yellow cards, so the referee's obviously making his own decisions out there tonight. But tough matchups for the Rowdies on this left-hand side. They've got Howard and Francois both attacking down this flank, and it has proved to be difficult to defend against. Fernandez is more of an attacking player, playing there as a wing-back.
First half in the books. A goal apiece. Ottawa Fury FC and Tampa Bay Rowdies. High-level soccer on both sides, and 2 dynamic players, Francois and Tejada, recording goals for their side. Let's check in with Heather, who's with Coach Collins.
Coach, you're all tied up here at the half. Juan Tejada in the right place at the right time, as he tends to be. What are your thoughts on the first 45 minutes?
I knew it was going to be a tight start, and it proved that way. A mistake's obviously giving away the first goal. There was not much in it prior to that. I thought our boys did well to get back into it. I do think we're going to need a little bit more urgency around their play, but we knew it was going to be a tight game, so as we expected, and we're just going to need to improve in the second half.
Yeah, obviously here at home you want to come out with 3 points. What do you need to do to kind of combat what Ottawa might do in terms of sitting back and playing a more defensive style in the next 45 minutes?
Again, it's not something we've not seen before at Al Lang, something we need to deal better with, but I think we can, and I think, as we know, it's a long game, 90 minutes here. We need to make sure we play right to the final whistle.
Thanks, Coach. Guys.
Good stuff from Neil Collins. Tied at 1 through 45 minutes. Halftime festivities coming up next on ESPN+.
This is St. Pete Clearwater, home to Clearwater Beach, the #1 beach in the U.S. as chosen by travelers on TripAdvisor. It's not just white sand and Gulf breezes. The beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics at visitstpclearwater.com. Love the beach.
And that's how you brew it.
My king, this corn syrup was just delivered.
That's not ours. We don't brew Bud Light with corn syrup.
Miller Lite uses corn syrup.
Let us take it to them at once. Oh, brewers of Miller Lite, we received your corn syrup by mistake.
That's not our corn syrup. We received our shipment this morning. Try the Coors Light Castle.
Oh, brewers of Coors Light, is this corn syrup yours? Oh, yeah, that is our corn syrup. Thank you. You're welcome.
Bud Light, brewed with no corn syrup.
Hey, this is Rick Stroud, sports writer for the Tampa Bay Times. I'd like to invite you to listen to my new daily podcast, Sports Day Tampa Bay. We'll talk Rays, Lightning, Bucks, and Bulls. I'll have special guests join me regularly for their takes and answer questions from listeners. Join the conversation on Twitter @SportsDayTB and use the hashtag SportsDayTampaBay. Whether you're in the kitchen, on the road, or at the gym, it's Tampa Bay Sports Talk on your schedule. Download it now on iTunes or go to tampabay.com/sports.
Jennifer Davis was the last person you'd expect to have a heart attack. But despite appearances, she had a spontaneous coronary artery dissection of the left anterior descending artery. But after being rushed to Baycare's St. Anthony's Hospital cath lab, doctors inserted 2 stents, which opened her artery. And thank heaven, this extremely rare attack was treated at an extremely rare hospital.
Here at Al Lang Stadium on Pride Night, and the Rowdies and Ottawa Fury FC are all tied up 1-1 after 45 minutes. And we talked about it a little in the first half. We heard Drew and Oliver describe their perfect pizzas. So now let's hear from the Rowdies. We asked them to tell us what would be on their perfect pizza pie. And if you weren't hungry already, you will be after this. Take a look.
Literally anything you can throw on it. I just like a big garbage pizza. Yeah, with cheese, meat, veggies, everything. Whatever you can throw on there.
Bacon, sausage, bunch of cheese, probably barbecue sauce as a sauce. Pretty much every type of meat that you could possibly have on it would be my favorite pizza.
So just as much meat as you can find. Sausage, bacon, mince, everything. Just meat.
Anything with meat, just meaty pizzas.
Meat lovers, but with pineapple on it.
Perfect pizza. I'm pretty boring when it comes to pizza. I like a nice thin crust with good layered cheese and just some pepperoni.
Okay, I like to go simple, just cheese and pepperoni.
Pepperoni, I'd go. Nice and plain.
So cheese, tomatoes, and that's it.
It's tough because I don't know. I'd say cheese. Screw it, buffalo chicken. Buffalo chicken, thin crust, brick oven, all day.
I like Hawaiian pizza, but most of all, I like Uruguayan pizza. Brick oven pizza, so it's really good.
That's easy. I grew up in the land of the perfect pizza, which is New Jersey. There's a place in Seaside Park called the Sawmill back in New Jersey. Best slice of pizza, bar none.
I like a buffalo chicken slice, the one from New York, down the block from my parents' house.
And Heather was not kidding. We are starving now after watching that piece. 1-1 your score, Tampa Bay and Ottawa. Just recently, the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. The stakes continuing to get higher and higher. Certainly was the case as Louisville City battled FC Cincinnati. Here is what the atmosphere was like.
For almost 2 decades, San Diego has been waiting for a professional soccer club it can call its own. Now led by leading soccer executive and co-founder of Sacramento Republic FC, Warren Smith, and legendary United States men's national team player Landon Donovan, its club has arrived. The USL Championship is coming to the University of San Diego's Torero Stadium, bringing all the excitement of the fastest growing league in North America to one of the top soccer markets in the United States.
All right, gentlemen. I don't think we need to kind of review what this game means, but it is a really important opportunity for us. I think it's an important opportunity for you guys in a lot of ways. Goal is to advance in the U.S. Open Cup by beating Cincinnati. It is that simple. Any questions? Let's go, gentlemen. Let's go.
It's more than just the two clubs. There's a bit of an angst between the cities, quite frankly. You can feel it.
There's just so much on the line. We're in the 3rd year now of seeing FC Cincinnati with, you know, a lot of big moments that have happened and history built up.
Last year we came here twice and we won both games. Dealing with the crowd, the pressure, I think is one advantage that we'll have as we've dealt with it.
4th round of the 2019 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup, the site of the renewal of one of the great budding rivalries in U.S. soccer, FC Cincinnati. Now the big dog from Major League Soccer hosting Louisville City FC, a rainy Nippert Stadium, the perfect place, Lorena, to renew the River City rivalry.
Sam Warner, the beauty.
Jamal Johnson, he only knows bangers.
Look at Taylor moving up.
And Taylor with a beautiful strike. Are you kidding?
Johnson from distance.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
A great save from C.J. Cochran.
Indy 11 and Tampa Bay atop the table in the East in the USL Championship. Steinberger's little flick is into the goal.
Together, we fight. We rise. We win.
Together, we are the Rowdies.
This is My Kinda Happy Hour.
My kind of joyride.
My kind of nightlife.
Whether you're just finding your stride or making the golden years look good, Florida Blue goes beyond health insurance, investing in the health and communities of all Floridians, so you can feel good saying, "That's my kind of blue."
This is my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
Together, we fight. We rise. We win.
Together, we are the Rowdies.
All tied at 1, Tampa Bay Rowdies, Ottawa Fury FC, as we get ready for half number 2 here on ESPN+. An exciting night of soccer from Al Lang Stadium. We're thrilled you're here. Drew Felios alongside Oliver 12trees, and Ottawa scores first. Rowdies come back at a big goal from Tejada. What do you make of the first half so far?
Oh, great action. You know, action at both ends. 2 goals. You know, obviously it was tough for the Rowdies to be a goal down, a mistake from Diakite, but then they just kept battling back, created a couple opportunities, and there he is. Tejada pops up in a 6-yard box to equalize it.
We certainly knew that Ottawa Fury FC was not going to be intimidated coming in here tonight as they come out with Francois just blazing away. Rowdies taking a first shot here. That was Guenzati. Nice turn that time and a great save by Irving.
Yeah, just you can't give any time to Guenzati, just an absolute snapshot. And here it is, the goal, you know, mistake from Diakite, and Francois, just absolute great finish there. Didn't need any time and puts that ball in the back corner of the net.
So Francois makes it 1-0. Really shocked everybody here, and Francois attacking again, shoots this one. You saw the goalie come out that time, McCarthy way off his line.
Yeah, Diakite saves McCarthy's blushes there with a goal line clearance.
Rowdies come right back, though. What a beautiful ball here by Najim, hammering, and Tejada waiting for it.
Yeah, looks like just got a touch maybe there in the center, and an easy finish there from Tejada, the right place at the right time.
Our stats brought to you by Visit Tampa Bay. Visit Tampa Bay, proud sponsor of the Tampa Bay Rowdies. What numbers really stand out to you?
You can see that the Rowdies have control possession. They've got an increase in possession, but the Fury have really hit them on the counterattack, and they've been problematic on the counterattack, caused the defense all sorts of issues. But the Rowdies, as the half came to an end, they did create more chances, and it looked like they had the edge going into the halftime.
All right, should be a fun second half. Before we get it started, let's check in with the third member of our crew, Heather Donnelly. Heather, what's going on?
Drew, we talked about it in the first half. The Rowdies this season have, for some reason, just been much better on the road than they have been here at home. So here in the second half, we're just going to see if they can turn that around and pull out the 3 points here at Al Lang. Statistically, Tampa Bay has averaged 2.43 points per game on the road, and then here at home, they've averaged 1.44 points. So it's a pretty significant difference. So we'll just have to see how they come out and play against Ottawa, trying to score the go-ahead goal here and come away with 3 points at Al Lang and kind of turn around the trend of the season so far. Guys?
Yeah, very important second half, certainly to say the least, for Diakite. And the Rowdies, wall fall on the other side. 5 goals, couple assists on the year for Ottawa. Had the equalizer last week against Nashville. The German not too involved through the first 45, hoping to change that here in the second frame. You see Juan Tejada. What an emotional week it has been for him. Called up to represent his country, international Olympic qualifying, and the big goal here tonight sort of justifying that. If there's any question whether that young man belongs on an international competition, he just proved it in the first half.
Yeah, very few touches during the rhythm of the game. You know, wasn't able to really make an impact in terms of his possession play, which I'm sure Coach Collins want to see an improvement on, but he's paid to score goals, and that's what he does. He scored goals at the college level, at the club level, IMG, and now he's doing it at the USL level. And if he keeps doing it, maybe he can do it at the international level as well with Panama. No, Sam been dangerous. It's been on the fringes, but certainly has been dangerous. The Senegalese international for Ottawa tonight, and he'll probably get more chances in this second half as well. So Diakite really needs to be on top of his games to keep him quiet.
Certainly saw a lot from Francois. The other guys like Fall and Sam, and then of course Howarth need to get a little bit more involved for the visitors as Fernandez goes down, and a little bit of chippiness right now on both sides here to start.
Yeah, there's that battle. It's been simmering all evening. Fernandez against Howard. The ref's been pretty quick to go to his cards against the Rowdies. It'll be interesting to see if he's going to put Howard in the book.
Murad comes in to protect his teammate.
Yeah, you can see there was a little bit of afters there from Howarth, the Rowdies. And Murad is certainly not happy about it.
Howarth is that one guy that is very comfortable in the villain's role. You know, he's the guy who's going to motion towards the crowd, get everybody sort of fired up. He's that one guy you love to hate.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love those guys. As a coach, you absolutely love those guys that are going to run through a brick wall for you, compete for every single ball, and that's what he does, and that's why he's the longest serving player, Ottawa Fury, and that's why he's their captain.
Steinberger comes away with it for the Rowdies. Guinzotti now operating in traffic on that far side. Fernandez in the box for the Rowdies. Najim was waiting for it, but there was Gagnon Lapierre to break it up.
I like that French accent there, Drew. That's impressive. You've been practicing that at halftime.
Over and over, still not gotten it right, but that was a pretty good attempt. What do you think?
Impressive.
How about Callum Irving? Big save in the first half off that blast from Guinzotti. Otherwise, it would be 2-1.
Yeah, he's been sharp. His distribution's been good. You can see there, looking for that long ball over the top for Francois, and made the saves he's had to. A tactic I noticed from Ottawa in the first half is that the two wide forwards are making it hard for the outside backs, Richards and Murad, to play out of the back, and then letting Diakite have it and him make the decisions in terms of playing out the back, which isn't really his game. So that's been a tactic they've been to really force Diakite, but to be the player playing the ball out of the back, and it has caused some problems for the Rowdies. It'll be interesting to see if Coach Collins will do anything to counterattack that, maybe drop a Duro back into that area when they're playing out of the back.
Now we'll send it back. I invite you to get updates and alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com, searching the Rowdies, clicking the follow button, keeping up with the latest news and scores, plus getting reminders on the Rowdies' next match. Again, go to ESPN.com now, click the follow button, and follow your club. Diakite will send this one ahead. Home that time. Goal kick coming up for Ottawa Fury. 27 points. Fury FC own 6 in the East, as we saw at halftime. 7 victories, 6 losses, and a couple draws to their credit.
And both these teams have showed they're incredibly difficult to beat, which is the hallmark of any good program, good team. Starts with the defensive block.
Touch that time by Mayer Kiker. Now Guinzotti has it for the Rowdies. Rowdies trying the quick counter. Steinberger tried the quick touch to Tejada. And was not watching it that time.
Really nice entry pass there from Fernandez. You know, he's got real quality with that left foot, and he found Steinberger and wasn't able to, you know, really rush that second pass there. If Steinberger gets his foot on the ball and is able to probably make a better decision and enter that final third.
Incorrectly stated 6 losses for Ottawa. Actually, just 2 losses for Fury FC. 6 draws with the 7 wins. Compiling those 27 points. McCarthy puts it in the air again. Richards tracking back. Francois right on his back.
You can see why Coach Collins likes the young man Richards. Very composed on the ball. Nice left foot. Really helps the team play out the back in this with this wing-back system.
Ottawa once again tries the long ball. Francois keeps it away from the end line. He is so impressive with his feet. Steinberger now will play quickly with Fernandez. 51st minute. Both clubs level at 1. Rowdies with a big victory last week on the road at Bethlehem. Trying to make it 2 wins in a row here. Charlie Ward. Florida State Seminole fans will recognize that name. Not the Heisman Trophy winner. This is the midfielder out of England, your neck of the woods. Oliver, former San Antonio FC player, and also spent some time with RGV, Rio Grande Valley.
Yeah, solid player, been around the leagues over here in the US, and certainly likes to get his foot on the ball and control the tempo of the game in the center of the park.
Ward, couple assists on the season for Charlie.
From the London area, Redditch, Surrey. Sure he speaks the Queen's English too.
Oh, going down hard is Morad. And Diakite comes over to defend his teammate, and there's a yellow card. It's going to be dished out to Oliveira.
Well, good consistency there from the referee. There was a yellow card earlier in the first half for Oduro for a flailing arm, and looks like the same call there. So good consistency from the referee, but does look like Richard's in a little bit of pain here.
So that's going to be a Ford's Garage yellow card, 53rd minute, to Kevin Oliveira. And obviously shaken up is Morad.
Oh, it's Morad.
Oof.
Now, as the second half wears on, it will be interesting to see which coach is going to kind of take the initiative and try and get the 3 points, and which coach is maybe happy just to settle and maybe settle for a draw and take that 1 point home. I'm guessing it's going to be Ottawa on the road. Obviously, would be happy with a point.
Coach Collins just gotten steady play all season long from Tarek. Keep in mind, you've got Sean Berry, who is available for Tampa Bay. Berry coming back last week, getting back into the swing of things against Bethlehem.
Yeah, as a coach, you really never want to mess with that defensive lineup unless you absolutely have to.
Sure.
So I would think Morad is gonna tough this out and get through the half unless he really has to come off.
See him sort of point at Oliveira, saying, "Okay, you got me that time."
Yeah, you want to watch for that one then. There's certainly maybe going to be a payback in Tarek Morad's eyes here as the game wears on. So I would think Oliveira's going to catch one here shortly.
Not many opportunities on both sides here in the first 10 minutes of half number 2. Tejada trying to get free. Looked like he was held up that time. And let's see, that was Barnathan. Fortunate to get a call there. Dopka, the official, it looked like a clear hold on Tejada.
Yeah, they both, was 6-1, half a dozen to the other. You know, they both had a hold of each other, and the referee saw it in the Fury's favor. The fans didn't like it, though.
Going down is Oduro, and here comes Manella. Manella will give it a blast from distance, and way off frame that time. Let's check in with Heather.
Well, believe it or not, we're almost at the midpoint of this USL Championship season already. And so that means that it's time for the USL Championship Fans' Choice Mid-Season Awards. And several Rowdies are up for awards. They actually have contenders in all but one of the categories. John McCarthy is in the running for Goalkeeper of the Year, Pape Diakite in the running for Defender of the Year, Neil Collins for Coach of the Year, and then Caleb Richards for Young Player of the Year. So head on over to uslchampionship.com and vote for your Rowdies so that they can take home some mid-season awards, guys.
Certainly will, Heather. Rowdies now playing from the far side with Fernandez. I'll tell you one thing, Oliver. One vote, my vote, certainly going to go to Coach Neil Collins. When you talk about where this Rowdies organization was a year ago, so many different faces and a near complete overhaul of the roster in 2019, and the job that he has done meshing this group to getting them to where they are right now, I think it's been remarkable.
Certainly, and obviously, you know, going from a player last season to now a coach in just one season, and you know, in our conversation yesterday, he really, you know, preached a player first and team cohesion mentality, and in today's age, it's so important you get that right. Everybody's good, everybody's got talent, but the teams that are successful are the teams that are willing to put the team first and really work for each other out there day in, day out.
Sure, you know from his time here, Joe Cole was a legend very quickly. Marcel Schaefer, tremendous. Also for the Rowdies, tough to watch those guys go off into the sunset. But the rebuilding from scratch could not have gone much smoother for the Rowdies, who attack right now with Guenzati. Sebastian Guenzati in the box. Spins around, looks back. Fernandez, a quick touch. Steinberger right there, and we'll have a corner.
Yeah, great link up there between the two front men, Tejada and Guenzati. Lovely little interchange, and the ball out wide for Fernandez and across into the box. Just lovely football there from this Rowdies attack. Nice little ball clipped into the box there from Fernandez, but Steinberger wasn't quite able to get there.
Steinberger gets some good air under it. Irving able to outduel everybody for it. Zach Steinberger, so crafty for the Rowdies. Always makes something happen every time the ball seems to be at his feet. He is giving chase right now. Francois tries to make a turn. Richards taps it out. Keep in mind, Ottawa coming off a Wednesday night showdown against the Charleston Battery, so not much rest.
Yeah, we talked about that before the game. It's hard for them to play on 2 days rest. And the legs are certainly going to get heavy as this game wears on, but they've also got the mentality. You know, their coach Potfish talked about that mentality that they have, never say die.
Wall fall, trying to shoot from distance. Karam's off to Richards. Do you expect, as this match goes along, the Rowdies to have a chances and shots edge down the stretch because of that?
Well, there's certainly going to be opportunities. You know, I'm not sure it's going to be because of that, because I think Popovich has got this team well drilled, and they're mentally strong to be able to overcome some adversity that they see. But there are going to be chances. You know, the Rowdies outshot Ottawa in the first half, and I see a similar pattern to this second half. But they do have to be aware of the pace of this Fury attack on the break.
Flag is up. Ball will belong to the Rowdies. So far, the Rowdies wins, in case you're keeping track: Nashville, Memphis, Pittsburgh, Hartford, Atlanta, New York, Swope Park, Birmingham, and Bethlehem. There's a full slate there. Howarth with Tejada on his back. Oh, Juan Tejada, great job to keep it alive, and now the Rowdies can attack. Steinberger, Ekra, shot from distance, Aduro sails it over the goal.
You know, I think Tejada was listening to our halftime team talk, you know, here in the booth, and he's been so much more active in the run of play. Again, he created opportunity for his strike partner, and that ended up leading to a shot from Ekra, but a great play to start this second half from Tejada.
Well, fans, the USL unveiled its elite youth platform, USL Academy, allowing clubs at all levels across the USL to develop local youth and compete at the highest level across the USA, including the USL Academy Cup. For more information, go to uslsoccer.com/academy. The USL Academy doing just tremendous things for the game of soccer.
It's so important for these professional teams to have a feeder system and have a pyramid system, so these fans here at Al Lang can go on and try and emulate their heroes.
Richard sends it over. Now attacking is Fernandez. Headed out by Mayer Guiguer. Rowdies will toss it in. Tejada. Touch back to Fernandez. Leo going a little bit too fast that time. Howarth, little bump to Leo and lost it in the process. Tejada wowing the crowd, keeps it alive.
Oh, he's really feeling it in this second half. Lovely little bit of individual skill there.
Rowdies really starting to pick things up here with Diakite. Back to McCarthy.
Yeah, the Rowdies definitely have the momentum in this second half. Just need to create a more clear-cut opportunity, and I think they'll find themselves in the lead in this match.
And we're going to have our first substitute. Coming out is going to be Chris Manila. Entering is Thiago de Freitas, the midfielder for Ottawa. There's Chris Manila, young man out of Toronto.
De Freitas, bit of a journeyman, played all over the world, Italy, Germany, Portugal, and he is Brazilian, so he'll have an eye for a final ball, and he'll want to try and create some opportunities here from centre midfield. Perhaps Coach Popovich saw that the game was kind of drifting away from them a little bit in this second half, so needed to make a change early and was brave with the substitute. Still only in the 62nd minute.
Richards to throw it in. 63rd minute here at Al Lang Stadium. An exciting matchup to this point. Tejada to Steinberger. Back to Juan Tejada. Look at the attention 17 is drawing. A little heavy-footed that time, though, ahead of the pack.
Yeah, nice link-up play again. It's really important for Steinberger to get on the ball and for the Rowdies to find him in those pockets so he can provide the ammunition for the strike partners, Tejada and Guanzati.
Turning quickly is Oliveira. Very calmly, wall fall with a touch. Pass intercepted. Caleb Richards right now is all over Francois, just will not let him get loose. And that is just a sample of the game that Richards brings to the pitch. By no means a one-dimensional player.
But that's a change from the first half, right?
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure at halftime, Coach Collins was like, look, we cannot give this guy time on the ball. So they're really making those entry passes more difficult.
Tejada wide now to Najum. David Najum tries to sneak by. Donald LePierre able to hold his ground. Fernandez able to wrestle this one away. Damaduro, one yellow card earlier tonight. Ekra, middle of the park. This is what he does best. Steinberger has to come up. And Ekra will send it back now to Aduro. Rowdies sharing it right now beautifully. Fernandez, little space. Tried to tuck it in that time to Guanzati, couldn't do it.
The entry pass wasn't quite on there, a bit delayed. They'll be red.
Both teams continue to play at a really fast pace here. DeFreitas with those fresh legs just checked in. Ottawa really slowing things down at the moment as Nathan sends it over to Meyer-Giguère. And Rowdies set to go to their bench for the first time tonight, and it looks like we are going to welcome in the brand new Tampa Bay Rowdy. We'll wait for that to happen here momentarily, as this one will skate across and head out of bounds. So Malik Johnson will check in for the Rowdies here in the 66th minute. Johnson will enter. He's gotten a lot of playing time lately for Tampa Bay, and you see right next to him as Leo Fernandez heads out. And a solid effort from Leo here tonight. Lucky M. Kosana, welcome back. Was a Rowdy back in 2013, 2014. Steinberger will exit, and Lucky M. Kosana, number 77, will make his first reappearance for Tampa Bay.
Well, so now really you've got a three-headed monster up front, because Nkosana's more of an attacker than a midfield player. So it'll be interesting to see if Kosana goes up front with Tejada and then Guenzati just drops into the hole. But really you've got a very dangerous front three of Kosana, Tejada, and Guenzati up front. Najem looks like he's switched to the left wing-back position, which allows Malik Johnson to play on his more familiar right-hand side wing-back. And this boy's got some pace out here. Malik Johnson is absolutely rapid and will cause problems for the left back of Ottawa, that's for sure. So very attacking substitution for Coach Collins. He is going for all 3 points, no doubt about it, with that double change.
On the pair will throw it in for Ottawa. See how soon the Rowdy substitutes can make a difference here. Kosana already making it happen, and throwing it in is Malik Johnson. Johnson gets it to Ekra. Ekra switches the point of attack. Aduro will do the same. Caleb Richards coming up. Richards, little fancy footwork. This one sent in from Najem. In the air, in the hands of Irving.
Yeah, great feat from Richards there, being able to get the ball out wide for Najem. Looked like he's maybe delayed his pass and missed the opportunity, but was able to shimmy his way through the Fury back line and then feed a ball out wide there for Najem, who overhit his cross.
Richards going down. Foul be called. Spotted down right there. Tied at 1 apiece as we approach 70 minutes here in Al Lang Stadium. Ekra, lots of space to work with. They'll let one go here. And on top of it now is Malik Johnson. Johnson tries to shake a defender, now circles back. Malik Johnson creating space, puts it in the box, and M. Kosana gets his first real touch as a member of the Rowdies.
There's that pace we talked about. Literally running circles around the Ottawa Fury back line. Kosana, nice touch there, but just got his bearings a little bit mixed up, I think, with the flick. Thought he was a little bit closer to the goal. But a good opening start and a good combination from the two substitutions.
Like what I'm seeing so far from Johnson and M. Kosana. Airborne this time. Advantage numbers-wise for Tampa Bay. Aduro plays it right. Johnson again. Malik Johnson. Oh, right now he is just going to school. Johnson in the box. Let it go a little bit too soon. Just had one defender in front of him and very close to making it 2-1.
Yeah, Ottawa just about in time got a second defender across on the cover, but Malik Johnson just went right through the middle of them and just didn't have the end product. But this young man from Canada certainly got the pace to trouble the back line of the Fury.
You know, we've seen him wear a mask the last couple of weeks, Oliver. I think I like him without the mask right now.
Yeah, he's a talented player, really, really talented player, and with many pacey wide players, the key for him is that end product. Is he able to consistently find the final ball, find the final shot? And that's the issue. But you can see just in 5 minutes on the pitch here, he's created 2 very good opportunities, and there's still 20 minutes still to play in this one. So it really looks like the Fury's on the ropes right now, doesn't it?
Certainly does. All the momentum right now on the Rowdies side. And Howarth being tended to.
I wouldn't be surprised here if Howarth is having a little bit of a rest, taking his time, calming this game down a little bit. You know, he's a leader, he's a captain of this team, and he knows that the Fury need to take a little bit of a breath, take a breather, and get composed.
He is a wily veteran, isn't he? If there's any trick in the book, Howarth knows how to play it. Not suggesting anything, of course, just saying that is, of course, a lot of times part of the game. Just no timeouts in this game of soccer. You got to create ways to have your side take a deep breath sometimes.
100%. You know, it's a 90-minute game, but you know the game's not in play for that long, so it's important for players to manage that game a little bit. It looks like there's another couple of substitutes getting ready to come on as well. Bassi for Oliveira, it looks like.
So Bassi will come in. Another Englishman for Ottawa. Also Jamar Dixon. Another longtime veteran for Fury FC. Oliveira looks like his night is through. And there's the substitute, Oliveira coming off. Dixon, once the player of the year of this Ottawa side, a couple years ago, 2017. Homegrown guy from right there in Ottawa. We've got players going down all over the pitch right now. So Oliveira is done for Ottawa, and Howarth is as well. So big chunk of that attack now for Fury FC is on the bench, and an opportunity for the Rowdies to take advantage here in the 74th minute.
Yeah, so it looks like we were giving Howarth a bit of a hard time there, but he has gone off.
More Sam. This is his view.
This is his left foot, lovely cultured left foot from the Senegalese international. He's going to drop this in right behind the Rowdies back line and see if his teammates can get on the end of it.
Sails over everybody.
Good delivery, but good line from the Rowdies defense.
Last time we were here, McCarthy conceded a late goal against the Charleston Battery. That led to the 1-1 draw for the Rowdies exactly 2 weeks ago tonight. The Rowdies trying to break a tie here. Is this one ahead to Sam? Sam will take the shot. McCarthy picks it up off the ground.
Well, that's a good warning there. Good warning sign for Diakite and his back line. There's always a danger with Francois and Sam about. It's really, really important that they stay focused and concentrated, or the same thing will happen as you talked about last week. A late goal.
Tejada to Mko Sana, sending it out, and the Rowdies now with a golden opportunity in the 11 with a draw tonight against Louisville City FC. So they only get a point. The Rowdies can somehow find a way to get 3 here. They'll be back in first place in the East. So it's on the table for Tampa Bay. They just got to take it now. Kosana watches it skate by. Coming up is Aduro. He'll collect for the Rowdies. Najim has had a nice night for Tampa Bay. Aduro trying to get it to Kosana. Kosana drawing some good attention here since entering.
Yeah, Najim, just, fantastic work from him. He was on the right side and getting up and down that line, getting crossing. Now he's been moved to the left side. He's had 2 crosses in 2 minutes. So great work from the versatile defender.
Dixon will toss it in for Ottawa. Ottawa content to play some keep away here. Noah Bassi, the guy who just checked in, number 7. Johnson had it taken away. Again on Lepere, nicely done. Bassi right there with him, keeping it from that touch line, and now Charlie Ward. Bassi falls down. Dikite comes up with it.
And it looks like Lepere has been pushed on into more of a midfield role from left back, and Obassi's going to play as a left back. So Lepere pushing on from defense to midfield. Maybe they're trying to be a little bit more solid on that left hand side. A little bit of support probably to defend against the speedster Malik Johnson.
Rad checking back here. Very tense atmosphere at the moment here at Al Link Stadium. Everybody sort of on the edge of their seat. Rowdies chance to get 3. And Rule in first place once again. They've had some pretty good opportunities as of late, especially since the substitutes. Kosana and 14 Johnson have checked in.
And that's sometimes the issue with substitutes. There was a good tempo and rhythm to the game for the Rowdies, and now with those substitutes, it's kind of broken up the rhythm a little bit, which sometimes takes a bit of time for those subs to get acclimatized to the pace and the tempo of the game.
I know I've taught you a lot about Rowdy soccer this week, Oliver, but Ralph's Mob right there, it's another big factor.
Oh, it's fantastic. What a great atmosphere. There's been smoke billowing in to this studio right here as well, hasn't there? So they're definitely into it and providing great support for the hometown team.
Johnson, Morad tried to get it back to Johnson. Coming up to intercept, or at least try to, was Abassi. Rowdies will keep possession with Aduro. Johnson active here thus far. Here's Richards. Kosana in the box now for Tampa Bay. Touchdown. Caleb Richards now will retreat. As Francois leads the charge for Ottawa Fury FC. Well, fans, follow the Rowdies and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN+, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Over 2 million sports fans have already discovered ESPN+. You can watch the championship live every week. Signing up today at ESPNplus.com. And the USL Championship Game of the Week, July 3rd. Keep in mind, ESPN 3 is the site. 11 p.m. Sac Republic and Fresno. That's 11 p.m. on the Eastern time zone. Sac Republic, what a great soccer market that is as well. Some vibrant markets. San Diego, another just awarded a USL Championship franchise. Landon Donovan leading the charge there, and there's the possession time. Rowdies continue to have the advantage here in half number 2.
Yeah, also out shooting the Fury tonight, 9-5 in shots in their favor, but most important scoreline obviously is goals scored, and it's 1-1 right now, and it's an important 10 minutes for both teams.
10 critical minutes. Here's straight ahead.
In this second half, Odura and Ekra have certainly got hold of the game and controlled the tempo of the game and really become more and more prominent roles in this second half.
Johnson lost it in traffic. Gagnon Lepere calmly controlling it for Ottawa. Who is going to step up for the Rowdies?
I really like Ekra and Odura in the center of the park, and I think, you know, down the stretch in this USL season, if they can keep those two fit and playing together, they're going to be very, very tough to beat. They really provide a good platform on which to attack and support that back three as well. So, two top USL performers.
Callum Irving conceded his 13th goal earlier tonight. Young man out of Vancouver. Got most of the minutes and goal for Ottawa this year. We'll talk about dynamic midfielders. We're about to see another one for the Rowdies as Kwadwo Poku is set to enter here tonight.
And here's a player that I was excited to see. A little surprise potentially. Obviously he's been in and out of the lineup this year, but what a talent this man is. Played very, very well for New York City FC and MLS, NASL down in Miami. And you know, this guy can score goals, create goals, defend. He can pretty much do anything. And I will think he's going to have some part to play in the last few minutes of this game.
Anytime you mention his name, you just think ability, talent.
Yeah, so much talent, and you know, I think in his career thus far, I think everybody around him would see that he's probably underachieved. You know, he's played for his national team, and for good reason. Extremely talented footballer.
Kosana, nicely done. And now Malik Johnson charging ahead for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Johnson, hard service in. And Kosana again was the target. Well, they are trying to get 77 involved here.
Yeah, he's lively. And Kosana making some good runs. Just not quite coming off for him just yet. But he is getting himself into some dangerous areas. Certainly working hard from the team as well.
Gotta love that if you're lucky to know that your teammates are so eager to get it to you in a good spot here in your first minutes of action.
Yeah, getting those cohesion lines is so important, and obviously looks like him and Malik Johnson have got a good chemistry already, so that's very, very important.
Ball sailing high, flag stays down. Wanzadi looked like he got behind there.
Yeah, he held his head there. He knew that was a little bit of a chance. The ball got through to him. If he'd have been able to control that with his first touch, he would have had a goal scoring opportunity, but couldn't quite get hold of it.
Heading down the final stretch, Drew Felios, Oliver Twelvetrees, and Heather Donnelly here at Al Lang Stadium. Rowdies battling with Ottawa Fury FC. We are level at 1. Should have some big-time fireworks here in the final minutes. No pun intended, just before the 4th of July. Kwadwo Poku set to enter. David Najim will head out for Tampa Bay. It's all guns a-blazing here in the final moments for the home Rowdies, as Najim really had a nice night delivering the ball.
Yeah, very interesting substitution. Looks like Tejeda is going to be pushed out wide to the wing-back position. Malik Johnson will be switched to the left side. And Poku looks like he'll play up front, or just in behind as expected, in more of a number 10.
Maduro careless pass that time, intercepted by Sam. Gagnon Lepere consistently slowing things down for the visitors. Barnathan, long ball. McCarthy gets to it first. How about this ball? Guenzati kneeling down now. It's got some numbers. Switching it back. Poku, fresh legs and all. Tejada crosses it in. Still alive. Sana able to get a foot on it. Could not put it on frame though.
Yeah, great work there from the Rowdies, working the ball out wide. Poku involved, gets the ball out wide to Tejada, drives that ball across. Rosetta gets a touch and then just leaning back. Sana can't quite get the ball on frame, but good block as well from the Fury defense.
Corner kick now for the Rowdies. Diakite heading it up. Tejada watches it come down. The Rowdies now will chase this down. Hang on to your seat. Should be a fast and furious final minutes. Sana heads it back now to Morad. Rowdies continuing to own possession here. Aduro blasting it on the ground. Tejada trying to whip it around. Juan Tejada quickly retreats and just took too long with it that time. And he's upset with himself.
Yeah, showed too much of it there. Didn't protect the ball and Obasi was able to come pinch it. I would have liked to see Malik Johnson, when he had it on the left-hand side, take him on as well. See if he could get across, and he went negative, went back to Oduro. Use that pace. He's got pace to burn Johnson. Let's see if he can get him behind in this last few minutes and get a cross or a shot.
DeFreitas. See two completely different styles here. Rowdies helter-skelter, peppering the goal with chance after chance. Ottawa very content just to possess here late.
But then dangerous with balls like that on the counter.
Sure.
But I think they have stepped it up. The Rowdies have stepped it up in the second half, even though they've been held scoreless in the second half. They've created some very good opportunities and looked better entering the final third.
Poku. Aduro. Setting this far side now. Malik Johnson shakes a defender. Services it into Tejada. Juan Tejada scored! No, that's just off. Guenzati looked like the ball squeezed in there. Fans think it's a goal. But just off that time, and I mean by inches. And from this vantage point, Oliver, it looked like it got inside that post.
Yeah, the crowd is still celebrating. Everybody's still celebrating. Everyone in the whole stadium looked like it went in the back of the net, but it just clipped the outside of the post. You can see great cutback from Tejada. Guenzati just cuts that ball to the near post and hits the outside of the post and goes inside netting. Really unlucky. Fans are disappointed. Thought they'd seen a game-winning goal, but still 1-1.
This booth is ready to erupt, isn't it? Everybody.
There's still time yet. There's still time yet.
Starving for a goal here late. Still one apiece. Morad. He's playing some quality football here, spreading it around as well as it can be done. Poku now will turn and quickly attack for the Rowdies. Quadro Poku can't get it inside the box. We're gonna have a whistle. It's a little bit of frustration. DeFreitas and Poku going at it.
Yeah, a little bit of undiscipline there from Poku.
Crowd not having it.
But it did look like he'd got around him. Poku, just so difficult to defend, isn't he, Poku? He's so powerful and strong with that stride, skillful on the ball. Difficult to stop. It looked like he'd got past his man, but...
Looks like the goalie is down. Irving. They call the training staff over to take a look. That is what has the crowd upset here late. he is exciting, isn't he? Poku.
Yeah, there's just so many attackers. You know, this is a problem Coach Hans is going to have. He's got so many attackers on the field. How does he get him into his lineup? And he's pushed Tejada out wide to a wing-back role, and it's just all-out attack here in this last few minutes since Poku's come on. Just trying to break down that stubborn defense of Ottawa.
Tell you one thing, I really like this 11. If I'm a Rowdies fan, I certainly want to see this group on the pitch time and again, because they have got Ottawa on their heels at the moment. 5 minutes of stoppage time awaits. Irving gets up, crowd still not a believer here late. Rarely do you see a hydration issue for a goalie, but that is the case here. There's the Rowdies' upcoming slate at Swope Park on July 7th. Also at Pittsburgh following week. Coming back here on July 20th, St. Louis FC. So that's a tough month there, Oliver. You got 4 of 5 on the road. That is not going to be easy.
That's why they're pushing to get this 3 points and get the winning goal. And good to see, look, there's 5 minutes there of injury time being added. So plenty of time yet for the Rowdies to pinch a winner.
Caleb Richards pushes it forward. Malik Johnson plays it to the outside. Johnson trying to cross one in. Still alive in the box and scored! Gwenzati taps it in, and the Rowdies lead.
And it was coming. Malik Johnson has been an absolute menace to the Fury defense. He created that goal, and the captain finishes it off. Sebastian Gwenzati, with looks like it's going to be the winning goal. Look at this play from Johnson. Gets around his man and just manages to get across the box. Okana then creates it, and what a finish from Gwenzati. Just tucks that away. Look at that. Ibrahimovic, eat your heart out. What a finish there from Gwenzati.
Emko Sana gets the assist, and Gwenzati, magical for the Rowdies here late. 9th goal of the season for Sebastian El Capitan, delivers here late.
And you can see how much that means to him and the crowd. Lucky Emko Sana making his first game back for this club.
3 points now within reach for Lucky Emko Sana, Sebastian Gwenzati, and the Rowdies here in the 93rd minute.
Yeah, you got to go give so much credit to these lads, just really pushing and pushing. We're in the 93rd minute, and they kept going and going, believing that they could get all 3 points. And barring something strange, it looks like they got him in the bag.
Malik Johnson, not done just yet. Emko Sana trying to give him a chance. Contact right there atop the box.
Oh, clear handball there, referee. Clear handball. Absolutely missed a obvious call of the night.
How about the Rowdies continuing to be offensive, though, even with that 2-1 lead here late?
Well, with this lineup out, that's all they could do. You know, this is 3 defenders and then all attackers right now.
Coming right back is Ottawa Diakite. Going to get involved, and McCarthy will reel it in. Let's take one more look. This appeared to be a handball.
Yeah, Malik Johnson just running down the line and clear handball.
Oh, wow.
I guess we don't quite have VAR yet, do we, in USL?
Could be on the way soon.
But really impressed with Malik Johnson. I'm sure he'll be forcing his way back into starting lineup with this performance off the bench. Just absolutely terrorizing this back four with his speed on the ball.
Rowdies will have to get defensive here. Obasi and Ottawa. So you still have right now Wallfall, who is lethal. But the Rowdies able to take it from him, and they'll have it here in the 95th minute. So this would be a comeback victory for the Rowdies. They trailed 1-0 early on, came back with a goal by Tejada. And what an opportunity from Gwenzati late to put him on top.
You know, you got to give a lot of credit to Coach Collins as well. You know, he really rolled the dice He's basically playing a 3-2-5. He's got 5 attacking players across that front line, and you know it's paid off. It's paid off, and they've got the winning goal. It looks like.
Blake Johnson, a little winded here. Humidity certainly a factor, especially in the months of June and July here in the Tampa Bay area. Players still adjusting to it, even though they practice it day in and day out.
Nice evening though tonight, not as hot as it has been down here in Florida, so definitely a bit of respite for the players.
Diakite saying, it's our ball, it's our ball. What a moment for Guenzati.
Yeah, Diakite's been good in the second half too, you know, after his slip up early in the game that cost his team a goal. He hasn't put a foot wrong in the second half and really has dominated Sam in all aspects of the game. They haven't had a sniff.
There's some chance of USA from the home side. Ottawa, of course, north of the border. It is Pride Night here at Al Lang Stadium. It's been an emotional week for Rowdies fans for more reasons than just soccer. And the Rowdies win 3 points here tonight. Certainly reward the faithful for coming out to the park night in and night out. This Rowdies franchise, such great support around the Tampa area.
Yeah, great fans, great energy tonight, and you know I'm sure they were the 12th man as well for the team in being able to keep pushing and pushing towards this end as well.
That 10-match unbeaten streak from Ottawa looks like it is in serious jeopardy here at the moment. And a few stoppages here in extra time, so the officials may let this one go just for a few minutes, and that is going to be it. The Tampa Bay Rowdies end a 10-match unbeaten streak from Ottawa. And they go on to win 2-1 off the late goal from Sebastian Guenzati.
What a night here at Al Lang. Fantastic support. What a great football match here tonight. And the captain scoring the winning goal.
Lucky M. Kosana gets an assist coming off the bench late. Guenzati, the game winner. Tejada, the first goal. And now celebration on Pride Night for just tremendous fans and Ralph's mob for the Rowdies. Heather Donnelly is with our game winner. Heather, take it away.
Yeah, Sebastian, you score the game winner in this comeback victory in stoppage time. Tell me about your goal.
No, you know, first of all, very happy for the team because we got the win. The fans deserved it. We've been struggling a little at home, so today I think we gave our fans something to cheer about and just fighting to the end. I always said it, this team has the character to fight to the end, and today we proved that we're a tough team to beat.
Lucky M. Kosana with the assist on your goal there. I know you guys are former teammates and close friends. What's it like having him back here as a teammate?
No, yeah, you know, I'm very happy for him that he gets to join the Rowdy because it's an amazing organization. And, you know, he's going to bring a lot of good things to the club. I played with him. He's a great guy inside and also outside, so I think we have a pretty good pick in our team.
All right, thanks, Sebastian. Guys.
Sebastian Guenzati doing what he does best. 9th goal of the season, a game winner. Rowdies win 2-1. We'll put a bow on this one and have some fun when we come back here to downtown St. Pete.
This is St. Pete Clearwater, home to 35 miles of white sand bliss. But it's more than emerald surf and Gulf breezes. The beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of life, nature, art, music, or whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics right here in St. Pete Clearwater. Love the beach.
Jennifer Davis was the last person you'd expect to have a heart attack. But despite appearances, she had a spontaneous coronary artery dissection of the left anterior descending artery. But after being rushed to Baycare's St. Anthony's Hospital cath lab, doctors inserted 2 stents, which opened her artery. And thank heaven, this extremely rare attack was treated at an extremely rare hospital.
UFC heavyweight Stipe Miocic fights for more than just a gold belt. A proud son of immigrants, Stipe fought for his dreams while working 2 jobs and fighting fires for his community. Stipe still fights fires and still proudly fights for his heritage. Since 1925, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo, the official beer of UFC.
Upcoming slate for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Not easy in the month of July. 4 of 5 on the road. They are back home here on July 20th, taking on St. Louis FC. Start time 7:30 on that one. Sebastian Guenzati, the game winner, as the Rowdies attacking Lucky M. Kosana, the assist. And the Rowdies can celebrate 3 points here against Ottawa Fury FC. Hope you enjoyed it. For Oliver 12 Trees, Heather Donnelly down on the pitch, and our phenomenal crew here at Al Lang Stadium. I'm Drew Felios. Rowdies win. We'll see you on the 20th of July. And until then, have a great weekend.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.